Welcome to Verbalpic Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Like to welcome y'all to the show. Today I got with me none other than Mr. Akabulon. Kibulon.
Yes, sir.
Kibulon, I gotta get that right, bro.
You got it right there.
Done deal, man.
Perfect.
Low key in the building.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Hey, it's been a long time. Now, normally we doing phone interviews, and you drop a science, whether it be on the occult, magic, you know what I mean, music and whatnot. But today we want to get into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, right?
Right.
Now, the reason being is because, you know, this is the modern times, and we are fast thinkers, and I don't want people to get left behind in this new wave that's coming on, right? And so for my listening audience, you know, I like to give them information. But I like to give them information of acquired knowledge and someone that's vested and actually got hands-on experience in dealing with this thing, right? And also, like most of us, bro, growing up in the hood, we, you know, whatever rolling is making money at the time, we in it. I don't care if you're on the street grinding, you finna music, and now we in the crypto, bro. You know,
right.
we you gotta constantly reinvent yourself. So what I want to know is, and I want to call this is cryptocurrency Bitcoin 101 for the beginners,
For sure.
right? Because I know you got a vast knowledge on it, but explain to us as if we are just getting our feet with, you know what I mean, in this industry. What are some of the, matter of fact, I tell you what is Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, and is it the same thing? Are they synonymous?
Bitcoin is a type of cryptocurrency. It's the first cryptocurrency. And everything else will be technically considered an altcoin. So as far as just getting in there in the 101s, most of our people already have Cash App. So you got an icon, tap on it right there on Cash App. You can buy, you know, a few dollars worth of crypto, you know, a few dollars worth of Bitcoin in particular, whatever you choose. And to me, that's really the best way to get into the crypto game is for what we call scaling in. Scaling in is where you're buying smaller portions of the cryptocurrency instead of just taking a large position, which is just buying a lot at one time, because crypto, Bitcoin in particular right now is probably around 58,000. A lot of people get scared, but you can go on Cash App and spend a few dollars, $5, and you in there.
Right. You can understand how the market works with that $5,
Right.
ups and downs
Right.
of the market, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So now with Bitcoin, because you got so many different coins. I guess they call them coins, like you got okay, so those coins. So how do one know which one to choose? Or, you know, is there, you know, like in the stock market, they got the Wall Street Journal. You can go to the Wall Street Journal, they tell you, though, they list the whole stocks and whatnot. Do they have any platform like that for cryptocurrency where it got the...
Probably the easiest, most convenient place to go to YouTube. Okay. You can also go to reddit.com, you know, where it's more text-based. But on YouTube, you got YouTube bloggers. Some of them got over 600,000 subscribers. So, you know, just by them even talking about any particular cryptocurrency is going to bring more people to buy into it, because that's going to drive the numbers up. When it comes to media is always going to have a heavy impact on any market. Right. So the same thing applies in crypto. So just look up some good YouTube bloggers like Young and Investing, you know, Altcoin Buzz, you know, places like that.
So is crypto, is this the future, or has it already taken off and those that are not involved are behind?
No, this is the future. I mean, it's still early in the game. The market cap right now, the total market cap, which is how much fiat money, whether it be the yen, the won, euro, whatever, the US dollar, the total market cap is the amount of money worldwide that people have dumped into these cryptocurrencies. Right now it's at like 1.94 trillion last time I checked. So it's getting closer to that $2 trillion mark. So that's going to be another milestone where that's going to raise the prices within itself, because news has a heavy effect on the market. So when people hear that $2 trillion number, it went from just recently it was under 1 trillion. So it's moving extremely fast, probably the fastest moving asset in recorded history. And so you want to be paying attention to that.
Wow, that's unique. I mean, you can actually make a living trading crypto,
Definitely.
just as you would the Nasdaq stock market.
Exactly.
So what piqued your interest to get involved in crypto?
Well, I don't know if it was my lady. She said it was up.
Yeah,
I'll give her the credit.
Man, they gonna
give me the
I might do the same. Yeah.
But whatever the genesis was, we just gonna give her the credit. You know,
right,
my lady put me on to it. You know,
Ladies
for the
first.
sake of conversation.
Come on.
And and that's how I got down on it. And once I peeped it, I mean, it's really tailor made for our people because, you know, we so used to shooting dice or running over there to Lake Charles or going to Vegas or something, and, you know, losing money. You know, you might gain a little bit, but in the market, because a lot of our people ain't even in the stock market.
Right.
So once you get in any of these markets, not only will it take you up a notch just on your overall view globally of things, because there's so much information just packed into just, you know, buying into the market within itself, but also it puts you in a position where you're dealing with assets and not liabilities. And you're not just gambling, like you're actually, you know, learning about what you're investing in, the, you know, pros and cons and things of that nature.
Okay, now before we get into strategy, because there's a strategy to everything, right? You know, what's that overall feeling of investing in something and while you sleep, your money is making money?
It's a beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful feeling. But you know what was cold about that? That's a great point. Is that when you invest in a company that has like a super low volume or is ranked low, and you've already seen a pump before, and you know you're in a market right now, the market is booming right now. It's a parabolic market right now. So you know, you literally see companies jump up 1,000,000%. I've literally seen that 100,000%. So we talking, you can drop, you know, $100 into a company and literally make 100 G's. That's how new this is, a brand new market. And so the feeling when you're investing in something, and what you do is once you get a little bit more advanced, you can set up a limit sale. Right. So what that means is that you don't have to be watching and waiting to make a trade in order to make some money. You can set up a limit sale saying that, okay, when it hits this price, I want it to automatically sell. And while you sleep, you can wake up in the morning and you got literally 100 G's in your account. And that's a beautiful feeling.
You smiling in, it's on.
Yeah.
Okay. So for Joe Q and Joe Public, right? Because I want to get into crypto, right?
Yeah.
So the first step is to open up me a trading account.
Yeah, you know, you can do it on Cash App. You know, right now I'm probably using Bittrex the most. Okay. But you know, so I would kind of recommend Bittrex just because they've never been hacked. They're insured. They have one of the largest insurance policies. And, you know, you could feel pretty safe with that. But then, you know, you get a little bit more advanced. You want to look into a hard wallet, which is like a cold wallet, which is something that's completely offline. That's going to be your safest bet, you know. But just to start out with, you know, you can start buying on Cash App and get you a Bittrex account. Bittrex.com is Bittrex.com. That's where I would start.
Okay, yeah, excellent. Okay, so now, what's your strategy on picking the right coin? Do you look at the company? Do you look at the CEO? Do you look at the blogs and, you know, get a tip that this coin is getting ready to blow?
What I suggest is for people to go on your phone, go in your notes section and start taking notes on each company that you're investing in. If you're going to invest in different companies, even if it is Bitcoin, you know, find out when it was started. I believe that the genesis date of 2009. Get some you know, logistics on it, find out some background information on it, and start keeping track of every move that you make, you know, because when it comes to trading, if you could keep track of, let's say, of the last price that you bought in on, then and you want to buy in, let's say you want to buy in close to that or a number that's lower than that, that's why you want to start keeping track. Like you'll learn once you actually start doing it and get hands on, then you'll start seeing, different techniques that you can employ that's going to make this an easier process. But use your notes section in your phone to start keeping notes on everything that you're investing in and everything in the market that you come across.
Excellent. So that means that someone, I don't know, I'm just trying to put this thing into play, right? Someone says, man, I got an idea on whatever the idea may be. I want to create a coin, and when I create this coin, how does that work? How does that because you was telling me about guap coin, right, and the sister started, right,
Taboni Evans.
Okay, how does that do the coin backs the business?
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed. Like it's similar to stocks in that sense. You're now when it comes to that, it gets a little bit more complicated. I'm not the expert when it comes to creating a coin or a token, but when you're buying into, let's say, like guap coin. So I'm heavily invested in guap coin. So what you're buying into in the concept of guap coin is that it's the incentive is that when you utilize it amongst African-owned businesses, Black-owned businesses, that there are incentives that come with that. So, our people, and shout out to Craig Facts, they shouted out guap coin. They was talking about we need our own cryptocurrency. Right. Well, this is the only one that I know of that's, completely made for us, by us, not mixed in with a lot of other, nationalities. And this sister, to my understanding, has over 20 years of tech. And she built it so we could have our own currency. So let's say if we were in our own jurisdiction and maybe we had, the FOI as a private security firm and other, military trained or highly trained personnel to protect our jurisdiction, and we had courts like the quote unquote Jewish people had the Beadine courts, and we wanted our own currency that we could circulate within our jurisdiction, then this is something that's already created. It has its own blockchain. So that means that other people who are interested, our people that are interested in creating their own cryptocurrency, other indigenous people as well, they could build on her technology because she has her own blockchain, just like Ethereum. Ethereum is the second largest cryptocurrency. So most of the other cryptos in the market, they took the source code, which is like, if you have, let's say, like a template, it's like they took the template of Ethereum and they used that to create an offshoot of their own cryptocurrency. And they create a contract. It's a smart contract that's created. And everything, let's say if you buy into one of these cryptos that were built on Ethereum blockchain, then you can go on the Ethereum blockchain and you can find your transactions that you make. So if you build on Guapcoin blockchain and you have another, indigenous crypto or what have you, then you will go on her blockchain in order to see the transaction that you make, and that's how we build infrastructure. You gotta have allies if you're talking about functioning on a global level of the game. Right. So she already set the foundation. Shout out to that genius sister.
Oh man,
in Atlanta.
Yeah, but no, and thank you for explaining that, right? Especially when you put it in the context of if we had our own court system and communities and land, and we moving and shaking now, we rolling, that's a reality that's getting ready to be enforced soon. I see it coming now, and so we can buy things actually with that guap coin.
Absolutely.
But that would be, like you said, our money. That would be our money in that market within that community.
Right. Actually, there's over at least like 100 businesses that's already using Guapcoin. In terms of value, that as far as me investing in Guapcoin, I've already made racks off of it. So this ain't just a concept. This is something that's actually bringing value, something that's being utilized as we speak.
Right. This is future thinking. You know, this is a wave that we have to get involved in, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this show, is to wake people up. And for those who may have heard of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency or whatnot, but wanted more in-depth knowledge on it, you know, I'm grateful, you know, that you came on the show to share your knowledge with us, you know, because this is bigger than just me and you sitting down, you know, discussing crypto and Bitcoin. You know, this is giving knowledge for the next generation that's coming up, you know, and including, you know, today's time too. But for we start the process, they can come behind us and take it to another level and really get that freedom and independence. You know what I mean? Definitely. You watch the George Floyd trial?
Nah, I ain't watching.
You ain't giving it
I ain't watching it, you know, because I'm not expecting, you know, however it goes, how it's gonna go.
Right.
It's out of my personal control, so it ain't, you know, I'm not putting my energy into that. You know?
Right. And the reason I ask is because if we had our own, right, we had our own community, and as you stated, FOI security, and we creating a community out of our mindset, thought, and vision, it'll totally look different than what we experiencing at this present day and time. And I just really want to know, can we sustain a community on crypto?
Absolutely. Because it's like I was telling my T Jones the other day, shout out to her, is that I told her she need to go ahead and start learning how to do this, you know, herself, because it's gonna get to a point to where paper money is gonna be a joke. You know, it's gonna be generations coming after us where they're gonna be like, you actually use this worthless piece of paper for trade, you know, and because there are things that we look at now, you know, things of the past, you know, that are like Stone Age. So it's best to go ahead and get down with it now, so that way you can actually capitalize off of it, get some resources off of it, and not, you know, wait so long to where you're just using it just like paper money. You're not getting any value other than just making a trade. You want to get in early so it becomes an asset for you, and not just a means to just trade and just spend money, if you will.
Right, and it's from what I'm understanding, it's bigger than just trading and making money. This actually can sustain hopes and dreams for the future.
Right.
For what we all been talking about and marching about and preaching about and whatnot. Mm-hmm. You know, let's roll. Pretty soon, I guess you gonna have churches gonna have their own.
Hallelujah token.
Hallelujah going. Hallelujah token.
You know.
Hallelujah token. Hey. Hey, we gonna have to. You're right. We gonna have to copyright that.
I ain't even gonna tell the ideas we'd have been brainstorming on, but yeah, you know, and some more game, is get you going. UnstoppableDomains.com and get you a .crypto site. You know, I got my .crypto site is MorrisMarket.crypto. Okay. And today I went ahead and bought MorrisMarket.zil. That's short for Zilliqa. Zilliqa is another cryptocurrency that you can buy into. And reason being, because when the .crypto sites first started coming out, sites like Houses.crypto, Mortgage.crypto, they're selling for $100,000. They were doing bids on them. So people that got in early, they didn't already hit a heavy lick on them. So, you know, it's still a little early, so you still might be able to find some things. But, you know, look for some domains. You know, I'm actually in the process of putting the domain up for sale, NFTculture.io, up for 100 racks. So, you know, if anybody interested, I got that for you, but it's gonna cost you.
It's gonna
You feel me? So get you a domain, and because it's the .com boom all over again.
Right, I was getting ready to say that. And it's funny when you start getting your own domain names, and you go back and you know how you put it in the search to see if somebody already is using that domain name, and you're like, damn man, that was my idea. I should have been jumped on it. And you write this. We're at the beginning stages to where you can get you a dot crypto.
Yeah. Get your dot crypto. So.
Yeah. Get it. Don't wait until it's too late.
For real.
Go on and see. But that's one of the things that plagued us. Is the fact that fear, man, of the unknown. Go on if you got faith and belief in yourself, and you have knowledge of who you are. Go on, get out there and make it happen.
Yeah, for real, man. Our people, man. One of the key messages that I want to leave with our people is that we have a history after 1492 of being the last ones to the party. The last ones on top of whatever's the next phase and transition and what's the next cutting edge in terms of global trade. Don't be the last of the party on this one, because you're gonna be kicking yourself in the ass, and your children, your offspring, your generation is gonna be looking at you like, well, you knew about it, and why you didn't jump on it when you had the chance?
Well, history, sometimes we wait on the colonizer to tell us when to move or to give us the okay. Okay, it's okay to get in. But he not gonna let you know till after he done made all the money and done it. Then when there's nothing left in it, come tell you, okay, you can get in now. You already scooped everything up.
Got the crumbs out the table.
Yeah,
type shit.
Yeah, you gonna get the crumbs that's left.
Yeah.
So we gotta avoid that way of thinking, man. In today's time, he's not gonna give you anything that's gonna benefit you above himself.
Right.
Matter of fact, that wouldn't be business savvy anyway to even do that way.
Sure.
So definitely we gotta move faster, think of the future, and start building. And you stop being the last to the party.
Right.
Definitely. Now on the artist side, what you got going on?
On the other side, we everything is in place. Go to the SoundCloud /4LO-KI, Instagram 4LOKI, and that's for life. So you can always check in on that.
Yeah. Don't let it stop. Right. Yeah. This is building blocks on top of building blocks.
That's right.
That's how you stay in the game, but that's how you validate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And having the awareness and the mindset to get in, to recognize early, to get involved and get into crypto. You know what I mean? Even the name, people like, oh, what's this? And even some of it's lined up for us as a people anyway. Because I remember in the beginning stages of crypto, you would hear some of the stock analysis say, oh, it's just a fad, it's going to come and go. And just almost like rap music in a sense. Mm-hmm. It's a fad, it's going to come and go, anybody going to buy into that, so and so. Mm-hmm. And then I remember some of the posts you were sending me where big name companies start buying into crypto. Mm-hmm. Then you start seeing Bitcoin ATM machines. Mm-hmm. And once you start seeing the writing on the wall and things starting to fall into play, that should be a message that, oh wait, this thing is getting ready to take off, man. If somebody taking time to create a Bitcoin ATM, and some banks now are starting to accept crypto. As a matter of fact, filing my taxes, he was saying now they got a line on for the IRS for crypto now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, so tap into Monero, get you some Monero privacy coin, so that way you can move around your assets without invaders,
Okay.
foreign invaders trying to come in and be an onlooker in terms of your assets. So tap into that Monero.
Come on, and is that like offshore accounts?
Yeah,
But in a crypto
in
version.
straight private.
So, okay,
Yeah.
so for everything that say the world or the market has, crypto has it too in its own way.
Exactly.
Okay, can't miss it.
Exactly. It's just rookie. They just in the rookie stage of the game right now,
Right.
and that's why I say it's still early, so it's a great time to get in. Yeah, and I wanted to add this too, because somebody was talking to somebody. I was actually slip double and put me on the phone with Ben, and I was explaining to him about blockchain technology because that's a big part of this because crypto is built on blockchain technology.
Right.
And one way that I think I can put it to kind of explain it is a public ledger. So let's say we have our own jurisdiction. Let's just say it's an African country, and the citizens are concerned about the votes being manipulated.
Right.
Well, with blockchain technology, which is a public ledger, the citizens, they can go to the polls and they can cast their vote, but they cast their vote and they put their vote on the blockchain. So that means that now it's public. It won't say the name of the person, but it'll give a transaction number that keeps everything, to where there's complete transparency on every vote that's casted. So that way you have a legitimate voting system that's in place. And that's the next phase. That's what we're transitioning to. We're transitioning to things being decentralized, transparent, and being on a public database that everybody can go see, so we can defraud what's been going on globally.
So you mean that we do voting by blockchain? We wouldn't even have to worry about what's going on in Georgia where they're trying to suppress the vote, and you got the president talking about this, the new Jim Crow and all that. We can be like, hey, y'all can have that shit. We going over here with blockchain anyway in this system, and that's freedom, and you don't have to be subject to someone trying to control you.
Exactly.
They even got so petty to where within the new law passed, you can't give someone food or water while they standing in line. Like they like, what the hell I got to do with voting? Yeah. But they fail to realize that we as a people who suffer from a high percentage of the diabetes, right? Mm-hmm. They understand that you people would stand in line to give them diabetics food, because if you stand for a long time, your sugar goes up, and you start feeling faint. Yeah. You want to go home. You don't vote no more. Right. You know what I mean? In the sense, so they knew that they find certain ways to attack. Right. Yeah. So with the blockchain technology, we wouldn't even have to worry about the colonizer system.
Right.
We create our own system. We just got to get people involved, and more people like yourself that's willing to explain the concept of blockchain, crypto, and Bitcoin. Because reason being is the colonizer, he'll try to explain it in a way to that where we go over majority of our heads, but reach his people. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And use certain terminologies, right, to where we would shut it down and not interested.
Right.
So it's important to bring someone who can speak the language of the people, right, to get the point across.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what we try to give, because, man, I don't want to see nobody left behind. I don't want to see people out there struggling and having hardships in life or whatnot, when you got something that's on the table that can make you some money. And it won't be no excuses like, oh man, I'm going through this, man, so and so, this, and they say, well, have you heard of Bitcoin, crypto? Yeah, okay, brother, tell him, man, you can invest 5, 10 and start building your money. Put $100, put $100 in, and do you some homework and stand a chance of gaining $100,000.
Right.
But if you say, oh, well, that's too complicated, I don't want to get involved, so and so, okay, well, enjoy yourself then,
Right.
I feel you. So that's what that is, bro. Right. Man, thank you for coming on the show, bro. Anything else you gotta add before we go?
Oh yeah, just for the sake of the internet, this is an investment advice. We're not financial advisors.
Right.
We just putting information out there, that we use personally. And also on the voting aspect is that this will become an incentive for societies whenever they're campaigning. They say, hey, you need to deal with our society because we deal in transparency. Our voting system is done on a public ledger through blockchain, so you need to deal with us. You don't want to deal with that corrupt, political organization that, is still trying to control and manipulate the votes and, still moving in secrecy. You want to come deal with a transparent society, so that's going to be an incentive. When you deal with a decentralized concept and a decentralized way of operating your entity, then that is going to be what's going to be most appealing to the people worldwide. Because anytime you're dealing with the decentralized entity, then you're going to get the best product because you got competition. With competition comes better product. Right. Because if you control everything like YouTube, then you can just make up any rule that you want. You can cut off people money. You can say it take 1,000 subscribers just to monetize the channel, which it wasn't like that at first. As soon as you come in, you can monetize. Right. So that's when you're dealing with a centralized entity where they completely control and manipulate the game. So this is another incentive to get down with the next phase of the game, because it ain't no stopping this. The U.S., the feds had already came out and said that they were looking into coming with their own crypto, which we take that as code word that they're already in development phase, because Bitcoin, last time I checked, it actually surpassed the Japanese yen, and which was the fourth largest currency on the planet. So Bitcoin moved into the number 3 position. And all it needs to do this year is do 200% gain in order to surpass the US dollar and become the number one largest number one largest currency on the planet. And last year it did over 300%. So it's already moving in a way where it's going to get that top position. So, once the US, any of these large entities, the Euro, the Chinese yuan, they come out with their own crypto, the other large entities are going to have to get in line because they got to compete. They don't want to be left behind. So just keep that in mind because things are moving fast, and it's a lot of millionaires being made right now, and you want to get in on that while you got the opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely gonna stay in touch and talk about it, bro. I want to make that ride on to that millionaire status, But the thing is that the opportunity is there.
Right.
It's there. So get involved. Tell your friends and loved ones about it. Don't wait. Don't wait and fall behind, And do your studies though. Research. Look into the companies. Learn more about Bitcoin and crypto. Do your own research. We're just giving you opening into the world of crypto and Bitcoin right here on Verbalpic Radio. Very low key. Thank you for being on the show.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. Damn, Verbalpic Radio. We are.